Good evening, everybody. I'm Kath Lloyd from Make the Change, and this is Let's Talk. Sorry I'm a little bit late. I've been rushing about today, but I'm here a few minutes late, but I hope that's okay with you. So, what we're going to be talking about is I know it's something that I've talked about before, but I feel it is really, really important because so many of us, and that's including myself as well, can find it difficult to relax. And that's why tonight's Let's Talk is called And Relax. Okay, now what I just wanted to, and this, or everything that I've been talking about in this series is closely connected because at the end of the day, we want to feel the best that we can feel so that we can achieve the most. Well, that's my aim anyway, and I hope it's your aim as well. And I just want to recap a little bit on last week's because it was about, a few weeks ago, which was about procrastination. And, my little thing that I had to work on was getting up in the morning because I was struggling to get up in the morning. Even though I got my alarm set and I got it the other side of the room, and I would go, I'm just going to go back to bed. And so, the alarm over the other side of the room wasn't working for me. And I righted it. I really worked hard on it, and that was really good. But it came to Monday morning, and I really struggled with it again. So then what I did, very, very simply, is I just worked on, what I've said before about planning for the next day, so that you can so your sort of, your intention is being set for what you want to think and feel, and behave the next day. Well, that is exactly what I did about getting up in the morning. So I made myself a little card here. It's all back to front, sorry. And I would put it up next to my phone. I've done this the last 2 days. And so what I wrote is, I should get up so that I can, 1, enjoy my early morning walk with the boys. Those are my dogs. 2, meet other nice dog walkers. 3, not be in a rush. And 4, enjoy my day better. And it worked. It helped me focus. So doing that the night before really helped me focus for the next morning ahead, straight from the start. And I did it again this morning because I'd got an early appointment that I really didn't want to miss, and I'd got a lot of things that I'd got to slot in through the day, including talking to you. And so that is one little thing that I've done to help myself to help myself through my little bit of procrastination, to help me have a better day. And I just wanted to share that with you because, I talk about all these things, and sometimes I find it hard to do some of the things that I talk about, not hard perhaps over a long, long time, but perhaps, snippets of time where, we can find it hard, or we can find it's a little bit of struggle to maintain ourselves the best way that we want to do that. Okay, so that's a little bit of revealing a little bit about myself. And, so one of the things about, helping us maintain ourselves, helping us to maintain our balance, helping ourselves to maintain an effective time management or relaxation time, or just making the most of what we're doing. Hi Loopy, lovely to see you here. Is about relaxation. Now this is really, really important. And when we're super busy, or when we've got a lot of stuff going on in our lives, or when we're very anxious or stressed, or we're going through a tragedy or a trauma, yes, it is difficult. I know. I've been through trauma, I've been through tragedy, just like so many other people have done, but it's about how we manage it, okay? And I know I've talked about breathing before in the past, and that is so important because when we're very anxious, our whole body tenses up. We might not realise it when we're in the thick of it, but our whole body tenses up. and so we don't breathe properly. And so actually doing some really good relaxation breathing really helps. And what I find that helps to go with it is the essential oils. Now, I use the doTERRA, and again, I'm sorry, but this is backwards. I use the doTERRA oils. So, yeah, they are a little bit more expensive, but they are very good and very pure. And the majority of them you can take internally as well, as I've explained before. And so because I was a little bit late, and then one of the dogs had been sick, and all of that sort of thing, when you've got a lot going on, and you've got to meet deadlines, but you have to do other little things along the way that take up a little bit of time. I was just like flipping through my oils, because I've got quite a selection for various different things, and starting to look at some of my favourites. Now, the one that I do like is lemongrass, and that is really great for uplifting you. Okay, but for relaxation you might use lavender, or Serenity is another very good one, or it's called Restful Blend. That's got lavender in it, but not quite such a lavender scent if you're not so keen on lavender. And that is really lovely at the end of the day, when you're wanting to really relax and put it on your pillow, or put a little bit on your hands and inhale, or put it on, and then have your hands on your stomach and your chest and really start to relax. But other things that you might like is, there's one here called Balance, which is a grounding blend, and that is very good. It's quite an earthy, sweet sort of a smell, and so very nice. And it does what it says on the label. It helps to balance you. But one of my favourites, I'm a big citrus fan, and one of my favourites, which is the wild orange, I really love that. And just because that different oils are used for different things, it doesn't mean to say that you can't use them in a different way. So for example, On Guard, this so doTERRA make this in all sorts of different ways. They do it as a hand sanitizer, for laundry, and then of course in the oils as well. And actually a friend of mine, she, I think, has only got this oil, and she uses it for everything. So if she's feeling restless, anxious, or not very well, that's the one she used. And that has got wild orange in, but also it has got clove in, which is another great oil for relaxation. But as I say, the wild orange is my favourite. And essential oils are a great way to help with what I'm going to show you now. And what I'm going to show you or talk you through now, and I'd love you to do this with me, is a visualization exercise. Now, most people have done visualization. I've done it, many times through my life coaching training, and I never managed to crack it. They'd send me to sit there, close my eyes, they'd send me to a beach, and I'd get the beach, and I'd get the sunshine, I'd get the sand, and then I would be lost. I will have gone off into Cath world, and I will have gone off starting to think about, what I was going to do with the kids, or the shopping that I had to do, or the phone calls I needed to make. And so they'd lost me until the very end, when they go, okay, now come back, and when you're ready, open your eyes. And Loopy, that's a very good point. Yoga as well is very good, because you are doing a lot of good, deep and relaxation breathing within your yoga. So thank you, Loopy, for bringing that up. Okay, but quite a few years ago, I was having some mentoring, and I was taught something called VAKOG walk. So it's VAKKOG. I'm sorry, my head went then. So V is for visual, A is for auditory, K is for kinesthetic physical, K is for kinesthetic emotional, O is for sense of smell, and G is for gustatory, which is taste. Okay, now this system is using all of your senses, but the key to this system is you are using situations that you have been in before. So you already know that situation, you already have that image in your head, in your memory, that you are just bringing to the surface and reusing it. So you're less likely to go off into your own world and forget what you're meant to be doing, because you're using what is in your head already. Okay, so what I'd like you to do then, now I'm just altering this a little bit because I need to just sit back a little bit myself. Okay, so what I want you to do now, this is about relaxation, but you can use this visualization technique for anything that you want to do. So if it's about getting your heart rate up, if it's about getting more energized, if it's about getting a better concentration, if it's about self-esteem and confidence, if it's about peacefulness and calmness, if it's about relaxation, then this exercise can be used for any situation that you want to be in. So if you're wanting to feel a little bit more sexy or seductive, it can be used then as well. Okay, but we're going to use it for relaxation. So what I want you to do is just to sit back, all right, and if you've got some oil, essential oil, put a drop on your hand and breathe it in. If not, I want you to just to sit back and shut your eyes for a short while. Okay, now you should be in a safe place. Hope you may be in your own home. Okay, so hopefully you are in a safe and secure place, and you can sit back and you can shut your eyes. All right, because you'll have less distraction if you've got your eyes shut. Okay, and I want you just to take a couple of breaths. Okay, so in, hold, and out. And in gently, and hold, and out. And what I want you to do, now you've got your eyes shut and hopefully you're starting to feel a little bit more relaxed. If you're not, keep up that nice, gentle, deep inhalation, hold, and then out again. And think about a past experience, a past memory of when you have been at your most relaxed. Keep breathing, don't forget to breathe. And hopefully now you have remembered that memory, you have got that memory. If you haven't got anything, then you can make it up. All right. Nobody's going to know that it's not real life, but you can make it real life by the process that we're going through. Okay. Now with this visualization technique, even though it's a very relaxing memory, there might be some things in this memory that weren't relaxing rather, and you can just omit those. You can just disregard them, put them back on out of your mind, and then focus on the things that are relaxing. Okay, so I want you to put yourself back to that memory as if you were there for the very first time. So you're seeing it for the very first time. You're not seeing yourself in it. Okay, you might see the frame of your glasses, your hands, your feet, perhaps your coat, something like that. Okay, but you see, it's as if you are there for the very first time and seeing it for the very first time. Okay, take a nice breath in and out. Okay, so I want you to go into that memory for the very first time. What can you see? that is relaxing and calming and peaceful? What can you see? It might be the sky, it might be some foliage, it might be the sea, it might be the beach, it might be that you're sitting at home. Perhaps you've got a fire, perhaps you've got some nice lighting that is making some nice colours. And look around you, what can you see? As you're doing this, keep breathing. Notice everything you can see. What colours are they? Okay. Now we're going to go on to A, which is auditory. What can you hear? In this same memory, in this same situation that's relaxing, calming and peaceful, what can you hear? Remember, it's just the things, the sounds that are relaxing you. If there's something else that isn't relaxing, then disregard it, put it to one side. Keep on breathing, breathing in, hold it, and then breathe out. So hear all the things, listen rather to all the things that you can hear in that relaxing memory that you've got. Okay. Now we're going to move on to kinesthetic physical. So what can you feel physically? Perhaps you can feel the grass under your feet, or the water lapping up over your feet, or perhaps the sound of the sand. Perhaps you're on a bike and you can feel the physical sensation of the bike. Perhaps you're holding somebody's hand. You can probably feel the clothes on your back. It might be that you can feel the wind on your face, or the sunshine, or the rain. And keep breathing gently. Okay. Now what can you feel emotionally? Hopefully you're starting to feel the relaxation, the peacefulness of your mind, the calmness of your mind, perhaps enjoyment. Disregard the things that might be negative, that aren't relaxing and calming and peaceful to you. Keep breathing. So now we're going to go on to another sense. What can you taste? Perhaps there's a nice taste to the air. That's a bit of a strange thing, but perhaps there is. Sorry, I've moved on too quickly. But that's okay, we'll stay with taste. Perhaps you've had a drink, perhaps you've had something to eat. Perhaps you've not long cleaned your teeth. And as you're remembering all those tastes, keep breathing. And what can you smell? Perhaps there's a smell of popcorn, or the sweet air, or the smell of the sea, or somebody's perfume. Or, if you're at home in front of the fire, perhaps the wood on the fire. just want you to spend a little time now concentrating on all of those things that you can notice, all of those things that you can see, hear, feel, smell and taste, and absorb it all, breathe it all in so that it will fill you up and make you feel calm and relaxed. And when you're ready, I want you to open your eyes and just notice how your body is feeling now. Keep breathing. Okay. Well, I'm feeling really relaxed, and I've just been teaching you how to do it. I haven't been going through an actual memory. I've just been giving you suggestions. But if you just notice giving yourself a few minutes, so that probably took 10 minutes to do that. If you can give yourself 10 minutes of that visualization, then that is really, really going to support you in all sorts of different ways. So if you're struggling to sleep at night, okay, use that technique whilst you're lying in bed and just sit very still and go through it. If you're going through any sort of pain, whether it's emotional pain or physical pain, it might not make it go away altogether, but it will help to reduce it down. Make it more livable. Because at the end of the day, that's what we want to do, isn't it? Make our lives better. Live our normal in the best normal way, if that makes sense. The best normal way that you can. Okay. I know it's not going to make things go away, but it's going to make things easier for you. Help, and it's all about helping yourself so that you can be a better, calmer, collected person, making better decisions for yourself or for other people. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I will be here again next week, and I'm going to be talking to you somewhere in Edinburgh, not sure where yet, okay, but you know, if you want to be able to go through that again on a one-to-one basis, then I am more than happy to do that with you. All you've got to do is send me a message, and we can do that over the phone, over Skype. If I can get to you fairly easily, we can do it face to face as well. But it is a fabulous technique, and practice it, because the more you practice it, the more you will see or hear or feel. You know, when I started doing this technique, well, you know, and I was going through the audio section, I was only hearing the other things around me, but after practicing it, I was actually hearing my own self-talk. So that really enhanced the whole process, all right? Because it's about using all of your senses, all right, to help you get what you want, to help you get the state that you want, so that you can perform in whatever way it is that is right for you, all right? So that you can be the most effective person that you can be. So I'm going to love you and leave you now. Please practice that, because it will become easier, and practice it in different situations. So I'd really like to hear how you get on, and I will speak to you next Wednesday at 8ish somewhere in Edinburgh. But have a really good day. Good night now. Bye bye.